Good morning. So we have discussed about the classification of roads, the characteristics of roads, the components of the roads, and how they have been connected. Detailed design and connections of these things are beyond the scope of this lecture. That extensive reading is required. One good book, Indian author, is Highway Engineering by Khanna and Gesto. Khanna and Gesto, it's a good book. Then you have a book by Bindra and Arora. I think the name is Traffic Engineering by Bindra and Arora. Then another book by Vasrani and Chandola. I think they have written. There may be books, and the competent persons on transportation engineering will be in a position to give you the relevant books for reference. As a text, Khanna and Gesto seems to be serving the purpose of to get a good knowledge on highway engineering. So now, to get these components in actual, there's a backup required or a pre-activity required to realize the execution of these roads in reality. The first thing, the technical term, is the alignment of road alignment. You should fix up the alignment of the road. It's a technical term. The alignment of the road is nothing but the direction, usually the center line of the road, wherever is possible. It is easier. If you know the center line of the road, it will be easier for you to get the details of the boundaries, adjacencies, and proceed with the acquisition of the land. So only once you fix up the alignment, the next stage is the acquisition of the alignment and acquisition. So we will try to confine our discussion today on alignment and acquisition, A and A. As far as possible, the alignment has to be straight. Straight alignments, short alignments, straight and short alignments are preferred to long and curved alignments. So alignment is a line which connects a source and a destination. Alignment is a connecting line of the source, a place from where it has to start and the place where it has to end. Source and destination. Whenever source and destination are far off, then obviously you may have to go for bigger roads, longer roads. So selection of the alignment will be very, very involved, very difficult to do. You may have to fix up the alignments in stages. You cannot go, suppose a highway starting from Delhi and reaching some other part from the north to south or from east to west. And highways may be running. So you cannot have the alignment in a stretch. So then you fix up the source and destination at intervals, finish it up, go to the next alignment. So either alignment will be in a stretch or it will be in intervals. As far as possible, if you have an alignment at a stretch, it will be easy for the construction to be continuous and cost effective. There are certain points we have to keep in mind while deciding or selecting an alignment. Detailed survey is required. There are certain types of surveys required to fix up the any civil engineering activity. Not only to fix up, it is a general thing which I will tell you now, which is known as the map study. The first thing is called the map study of the area, master plan from the Geological Survey of India. You have the maps. We should be thankful at this context, the effort taken by people. Those who have made the maps, made the shape of different countries, made the shape of different lands with the limited surveying equipment and human resources. They could do that. Even in the era of the latest total station, electronic theodolates, total stations, geographical survey, the information systems, aerial survey, photogrammetry survey, you have a lot of things. Google Earth you have. Not even a single map which is made during the period of our ancestors. Those who have toiled hard, survey even on inaccessible places, crossing the water bodies, crossing the hills. Points will be on either side, inaccessible points. Even then, the accuracy and the shape of not even a single country or map has been changed even in the advanced stage of advanced surveying using geographical information systems, photogrammetry, aerial surveying. You have a lot of things, development using total stations. Simple with chain and tapes, chain survey with cross staff, plane table surveying, tumbie leveling, theodolite, they could achieve that. So this time, at this instant, we should thankfully acknowledge the effort, time, and the life of the people who could give us the most accurate world map, most accurate map of different countries. And from that map, you can get the local maps. And in each village, you will have the record of the map of controlled by that village. You have the map in the district headquarters. You will be having the map in the states. And all these things are controlled by the geographical survey of India. So you have the map. So first thing is the map study. The second stage of surveying is called a reconnaissance survey. Reconnaissance survey is just without any equipment. No surveying equipment. No. People will be going there, collecting the informations, getting the social questionnaires, discussing with the people, discussing with the existing facilities, just to get a bird's eye view. That is called the reconnaissance survey. So map study, reconnaissance survey. Then you have the preliminary study. So in preliminary study, you will just do few measurements, small measurements, using tape, small surveying, minor surveying instruments. You get the preliminary studies. Then you do the detailed survey. So map study, reconnaissance survey, preliminary studies or preliminary survey, then the detailed survey. The detailed survey, it is highly involved. So from the map study, you locate the places, you try to get a bird's eye view or a rough idea about the alignment. In that itself, you eliminate some alignments. So these surveys are to eliminate non-favorable alignments, inferior alignments. So some alignments will be eliminated in the map study itself because of reasons. Then in preliminary, in the recognition survey, some alignments will be eliminated. In the preliminary survey, there will be 2 or 3 alignments. It's an elimination process. When it comes to detailed survey, in most cases, it will be a single alignment. You will reach a single. It's a process of convergence from larger number of alignments in the map study, coming to lesser in the recognition survey, still lesser or 1 or 2 in the preliminary survey, and go to the detailed survey with a specific alignment, a specific direction. The art of civil engineers, the talents of the civil engineers, the expertise of the civil engineers, the experience of the civil engineers is to reach this alignment as accurate, as precise, as directionally oriented with maximum care. Selection of that alignment is the most core part of evolving a very good road, whether it is a highway or whether it is a major district road or a state highway. Once you select the proper alignment, you are almost done. But it is very difficult to get the best alignment because of social reasons, because of political reasons, because of emotional reasons. Very technically a brilliant alignment, getting a technically brilliant alignment, very often we could not achieve because of the constraints, obvious constraints. But once you achieve the best alignment, the rest of the thing will be easy for an engineer to execute. So selection of the alignment. So when you are selecting the alignment with these surveys, with these processes, there will be a source. You want to connect A and B. So A and B has to be connected. And as far as possible, it should be a straight alignment. Sometimes you may have to deviate because there will be certain constraints imposed on the alignment that it has to pass through certain points. Those points are called obligatory points or mandatory points, compulsory points. The alignment has to go through certain points. Points of importance, significant points. So those alignments have to cross through those points, cross along those points, or touch those points means alignment has to be deviated. So number of obligatory points more means complication will be there in the alignment. So we have to minimize the obligatory points. Only inevitable places have to be selected to while you are connecting a source and a destination. Alignment has to be as straight as possible, connecting the source and destination with minimum intervening obligatory points. Once you fix up the obligatory points, mandatory points, and the source and the destination, then the survey will be, detailed survey will be done on this to get the alignment. Once you fix up that alignment, then you have to do the survey. There will be so many structures and buildings, objects on either side of the alignment which you visualize. Sometimes it will be very difficult for you to pursue the alignment at all. It's a very involved process. It is not that much easy. But once you select, then you should fix up the route and how the survey has to be done and how the acquisition process has to be done. We will discuss next. Thank you very much. God bless.